Morning, everybody. I do a quick video this morning. Hadn't been a while. I Lois, my boys, hi Stanley. They're excited this morning. Oh, baby. Uh, yeah. Can America change? Can we? Can we turn this around? I don't know. We've been doing this two-party thing for so long. I don't know. It just look at her choices. The bad thing is. uh, whatever our choices. I mean, I think if Trump had got to stay and done his 2 terms, we, there's no way we couldn't be in better position. But he didn't, so here we are. Right now, I'm so disappointed because my guy that I think we could really use is that Vivek Ramaswamy. That dude's badass, man. I don't know if y'all seen him, but that dude came out of the gates going, gonna shut down Department of Education, FBI, DEA, EPA, CDC, shut them down. He said he's gonna learn from Trump's mistakes, because Trump, he wanted to drain the swamp, but he wanted to pick people. Your problem. And everybody knows in government you can't fire nobody. It's hard to fire a single person. But he's a constitutional scholar. He's a lawyer. Went to Yale Law School. Went to Harvard. He said straight up, just shut down the whole department. Mass layoff. Just the whole department. It's not just one person. Shutting it down, the whole thing. Go home. Go find a real job. You're done here. He said you take the FBI and you do your screening, and 5,000 or 6,000 probably so agents and personnel that are worth keeping. Put them with the U.S. Marshals and Border Patrol, and call it good. I'm just like, dude, go for it. You go for it. And the funny thing is, and you gotta love it, you gotta respect it. This guy's not bashing Trump. He's not bashing anybody. He's like, look, they keep trying to get him to say, yeah, the election was rigged. He won't say it's rigged. He just says it wasn't right. Something wasn't right. Y'all know it. That's all I'm saying. Y'all know something wasn't right. Well, you say it's rigged? I'm saying that it deserved investigation. You should be able to investigate anything you think there's improprieties. But the left, whoa, they say, what? What? Something wrong here? Oh my God, I can't believe you're questioning us. This was the fairest, most clean election ever. That took in more mail-in ballots than any election ever. Joe Biden got more votes than anybody ever. That's just so sad. America. Oh my God, America. Falling apart. Everybody kicked back and went, whatever. Oh, this is one cool pen, man. I got this pen day before yesterday. One side of it, the light green, is sativa, and the other side is indica. And on the top, you switch it, and on the bottom, you hit a little switch to go back and forth. Pretty cool. On a personal note with that deal, I hadn't quit smoking weed, but I did quit dipping snuff. 47 years dipping snuff. See, no snuff. The spit can laying around. Remember? And those on my videos, I'd take a dip or spit one out during the video. But yeah, I quit. It's been almost a month now. I went to the doctor day before yesterday about my toe. They're healing. I'll make it. Monday I have a EGD and colonoscopy. Time for that. Ulcer's been acting up a little bit. Not too bad. But can America change? Can we step back and go, come on. Stop being crooks. Stop being a crook. Okay? I mean, it's politics. You don't have to be a crook to do it. I know forever it's been best if you're a crook to do it, because that's who you got to deal with. So we gotta get out of that. We just gotta get out of that. And Vivek and Patrick Bet David, those dudes, especially Patrick Bet David. If you haven't seen him, that dude's pushing hard for conservatives to freaking shut up and come together like the Democrats do and have a game plan. Everybody on the same page. Quit all this bullshit. Quit all this our tolerance. The Christian right. My whole life, I've said it before, is our tolerance has been our downfall. We don't want to be called a name. We don't want to be, fingers pointed at us and accused of anything. And that's been our downfall. We've let them have inch after foot, after mile, after chasm. We just keep turning it over. Okay, fine, we'll let you have some. We're not homophobic. We're not anti, gays. We're not that way. We're not racist. We're not xenophobic. We're not, whatever they want to call us. We immediately go, whoa, don't call me names. Do anything, call me names. Please don't call me names. I'll do whatever. I'll vote for your stuff. Just don't call me a name. No, these guys are coming out going, bullshit. I'm gonna call you a name. I'll call you what you are. You're a heathen. You're a hypocrite. You're terrible. You're a liar. You're a cheat. You're a fraud. You're a crook. Start calling them what they are. Don't call me names. But that dude by Vec, if y'all hadn't seen him, he come out of the gate talking about shutting this shit down. Done. No reform, no overhauls, no nothing. Shut it down. Done with it. Don't need it. Didn't need it. Especially wow. Department of Education. $80 billion. Send that to the states so the states can have school choices. And that's what's always killed me about excuse me, about the left and academia. And I mean, even right, you can't anymore. You can't parse it. But our education system, it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And these sons of bitches that are laying it out and doing the curriculums and doing the teaching sit there on their ivory towers and talk about how goddamn educated they are and how special they are and how important it is that people like them teach our children because they're so special and they're so smart. And our fucking kids have just gotten dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. It's just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And these people sit there going, hey, we're doing our best. You just won't give us any money. And we give them more money and the kids get worse and things get worse. And teachers are the worst. I don't give a fuck. Teachers are the worst. You lazy, no good suckers, man. Y'all are the worst. Yeah, whatever. People, oh, yeah, I'm not a good teacher. My mom was a teacher. Whatever. Lazy motherfuckers. They show up. All they do is take a book that the state gives them and go, okay, your first lesson is here. Do it. They don't teach. They just hand out assignments and explanations in your book. Whatever. I mean, it's just, oh my God. I didn't have any teachers in high school. I had some teachers that had a better personality than others that you could get along with better. As far as teachers, as far as people who are like, okay, everybody, we're going to learn today. I'm going to teach you shit you didn't ever think you'd know. And no, that didn't happen. Didn't happen. Just hand out the assignment, red ink it, move on. Summer's coming. I want my long summer. And if I can get it, shut the schools down again, I'll take another year off. Fucking teachers. They're the worst, man. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. Teachers are the worst. Because they're the ones that can make a difference. And they don't. They don't. They make a difference for the worst. And anybody that would argue going, oh boy, man, teachers without them, where would we be? We'd be better off. We'd be better off. If about 2/3, 3/4, hell, 7/8 of them just go. Just go. We'll work this out. Just leave. The tenured professors at colleges. Sitting there teaching Marxists. 30 years. Everybody knew it. Nobody cared. He's a good guy. Yeah, he teaches Marxism, but it's a university. Wide open learning. We learn about everything here. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't learn about patriotism. You don't learn about creation. You don't learn about about life and birth, conception, anatomy, biology. You don't learn that stuff. Because if you did, you wouldn't be doing stupid shit you're doing. You know how the left scream? Back in the day when you had sex education and all it talked about was heterosexuals and abstinence. You either have sex or you don't. There is birth control. Well, 30 things. Birth control. That's it. And they got pissed. They're like, why aren't you talking about homosexual stuff? Why aren't you talking about lesbian? Why aren't you talking about toys? Why aren't you talking about, sodomy? What are you doing? And the schools were like, oh, we're just traditional, just family planning, heterosexual reproduction. Yeah, well, there's other stuff out there. You need to teach them that too. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we need to teach them that. That's not natural. It's not normal. That's debauchery. That's hedonism. We shouldn't teach that. It's not good. That's not something we should back and push and teach. No, you better. I'm going to raise some hell. And they went, yeah, we're not going to. Okay, raise hell. I'm going to call you names. And everybody went, okay, fine. You can teach it. Just don't get gross. Okay, we won't get gross. Well, what do we got now? Illustrated books teaching oral sex in the worst ways, teaching sodomy, pictures illustrated like a porn magazine in elementary school. What? Oh my God. Can we change? Can America change at all? Can they even attempt to act like they have any morals anymore? They don't have any morals anymore. It's like, how did they get the words like abstinence, purity, virginity. How do they turn those into bad words? How do they turn those into negative things? Now, you watch these podcasts these days, and these hussies on these podcasts talking about, how could you marry a woman that doesn't know how to have sex, that hadn't had sex before? How could you want a virgin? That would be so terrible. That would be an awful wedding night. How would you? She wouldn't know what to do. And it's like, oh my God. You think I would rather have an experienced whore on my wedding night than an inexperienced virgin? Wow, that's messed up. So they're being taught that. They're being told that's more important to a man than a virgin. Yeah, he needs experience. He needs you to have your game on, because he can't he can't go through life exploring sex with his new virgin wife and intimacy in the privacy of their own bedroom. Yeah, why would they do that? You gotta have some porn action going. Need some toys. Need some spice. Oh my God. Yeah, the old ought to be said for the old missionary position. It's scary, man. Can we change? It won't do no good, but I'm gonna say it. Y'all go out there and look up that Vivek dude. Look him up. I'll send him a couple of bucks. He's 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 not got any super PACs. He's coming out of the gate like Trump did the first time. He's a billionaire. He's self-made billionaire and stuff. So he's funding his own shit. He's getting donations, but I saw a graph. All his donations are like $20 and less, where everybody else is, except for Trump. Him and Trump are the only two, but everybody else, it's all big donor deal. $1,500, $2,500. It's all big PAC stuff. Yeah, they all got their big PAC money. Had to buy a new little one hitter, but we got change, man. We got change, or this shit's over. And sorry. Now I want my granddaughters having to grow up in a communist country. When I had all the freedoms, that's sad, man. We can't do this, guys. We can't do this. We gotta do something. We gotta change this shit now. Oh, Vivek, they asked him a question about China and Taiwan. What would you do? He says, you know what? Nobody's ever gonna invade America, because there's gonna be a gun behind every blade of grass. He says, that's what you do in Taiwan. You arm their citizens. You arm them, and you teach them how, gun safety, and you teach them how to protect themselves. And China will feel the same way about Taiwan as they do America. We can't afford it. We can't go on their shores. Everybody's got a gun. Well, it's not just the military. It's everybody. That's a pretty good deterrent. So he wants to make sure Taiwan you take care of themselves. They don't need us. And that's the way every country should be. They don't need us. Hell, we should be in a position where there ain't no more war. We've gone through this shit. Haven't we already gone through this shit? Borders are set. Okay, everybody's got your spot. All right, let's fucking work together now. And make sure nobody's starving to death over here and your fat pigs over here. Let's help out. Let's work together. Let's make everything better. Not just, a couple of hot spots. But these elites, man, he understands the game like Trump did. He understands the game. Yeah, I watched that Patrick Bet-David at BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. Those three companies. have majority ownership in 88% of the Fortune 500. Think about that. 88% of the Fortune 500 companies are majority owned by 3 companies that are basically run by the same person, Larry Finch. And wow, he's got a complete monopoly. Laws in America, monopoly laws in America say if you have more than 50%, if you've got 51% of the market, you've got a monopoly. And right now, as it stands, who was it? He pulled up and showed. Crap. They showed a company that right now, as it stands, owns 58% of its market, and nobody says anything. Everybody knows they do, but that's against the monopoly laws. But because they're all buddies, you're fine. You're okay. If it was a conservative and they knew that, it would be a situation where they're just waiting to pull the trigger on them. But it's not, so they get to keep moving on down the road. But I don't know, how did we get here? How did we get to a point where 3 companies own that much of our lives? I mean, you can't not support them unless you sit down and do deep dives on every company of every product that you're going to buy. Parse out the ones, which is going to be most of them, that those 3 companies are controlling, and find alternatives. Gonna have to find another soup brand, another bread brand, eggs, milk, beer, wine, underwear, everything. You're gonna have to find alternatives to every product you have because they control the companies that make every product you use. And that's just the fact right there. And people say, boycott them, like they did Budweiser. That don't hurt them. That don't hurt them. Vanguard, I think it's Vanguard or BlackRock one, has a controlling interest in Anheuser-Busch. It's no big deal to them. They'll just sell off a couple of their brands they've had on the shelf for a while, make that money right back up, and move on down the road. And plus, it's those companies. They pull each other. They may say, oh, this is this guy's, but they work together. And you can't get away from them. What do you do? Want to use alternative companies, and they're out there, but they can't get a foothold. They can't get out. Can't get their head up above water so everybody can see them. These multi-billion-dollar corporations that are under their umbrella of 3 companies. They get all the coverage. They get all the ads. They get everything. It's hard to break into these markets. It's like these companies have all these different companies under them, right? That they own, and they're all different names, and they act like you have choice, and they got the different levels. This is your premium line. This is your medium line. This is your low end line. It's like air conditioning. I was watching a deal, and 3 major companies basically own all the air conditioning and heating brands. It's like Trane and Lennox and Carrier. Who is it? Trane, Lennox, and Daimler or something like that are the 3 top ones. And under them is like Heil and Payne Day and Night and Ream and Rude and all these other brands are just them. It's same people. You're not supporting another manufacturer, you know, opposite the big three. You're supporting them. And it's that way in everything. One company owns everything under it, all the brands. And if they have a competitor, it's not really a competitor. It's just a faux competitor. They make that look that way. But this crony capitalism that's been going on, this fascism, it's fascism that's been just growing and connecting itself in the vital spots over the last 30 or 40 years, making sure in the bureaucracy you had people that were on the same page. Then you elect people on the same page, and you get people in academia on the same page. You get these people in this Marxist mindset in all the right spots, while the other people are out there doing what they say, pull themselves up by their bootstraps. They work hard every day. They're God, family, they're out there doing it to it. And then they look up and look what you've done. I trusted you, people. I voted for you. I trusted you to work in my best interest, and you haven't. And now I'm guilty of not paying attention. And that's right. That's being too tolerant. A Christian conservative right has just been too freaking tolerant for too long. Let it get this way. Can't blame nobody but ourselves. I don't care how evil they are, how deceptive they are. We should have been more discerning. We should have taken care of our business. That's our fault. Can't blame nobody but ourselves. End of story. Can we change? Can we turn this thing around? Like I say, it starts with you. If each individual person doesn't change their mindset and insist on the truth and insist on accountability and insist on fair treatment in this world and all of our rights, upheld, it ain't gonna change. It's not changing till you do it. Till you do it. And you start with you in your house, then your community, your city, your state. And that's the way it goes. And, no other way. Or we're just going to keep going down this freaking fascist road. And, we're going to get more censored. We're going to get more controlled. We're going to get all those bad things we've been trying to avoid. We're just opening our doors, going, come on in. We've been letting them in for years. Trying to be the nice Christians, be tolerant, nice Christians. Don't judge people. Oh my God. And then, of course, we have our supposed leaders that go out and do the things they do and make us look really bad. And, they use that against us, right? Yeah, look at you. Who wants to be one of y'all? Look at your leaders. Perverted and sick and crooked they are. Yeah. Can't argue with them. Those people were bad. It wasn't me, but by proxy. I was like, Patrick had Cenk Uygur on his show, and he says, our Trump supporters, deplorables, like Hillary Clinton said, are they unredeemable people? And he, without hesitation, went, yeah, they're awful people. They're freaking awful. They're the worst kind of people. They're racist. They're bigoted. They're awful. All Trump supporters are bad that way. Yeah. And he's like, come on, Cenk. You can't say that. He's like, hey, I wouldn't say that about any other group. But the Trump supporters, they're really stupid. They're really bad, terrible people. It's like, shit. This guy's got a huge platform. And every day he gets to get on there and go, these people are just the worst of the worst. If you support Trump, you're evil. You're terrible. I can call you anything I want because you support him, and I'm justified. I need any facts. I don't need any reason. I just because I can. No, I can defame you. I can call you whatever I want, and you won't do anything about it. I thought that was pretty cool. Jason Aldean's suing Whoopi. That's great. Shut up, Whoopi. Man, those people. God, they're dumb. And they've had that platform for 20 plus years. Just sit there. And these women been listening to them. Yeah, Whoopi. Yeah. Yeah, Whoopi. There's racism everywhere. You're right. Everybody's racist. Even me. I just gotta learn. This was bad when discernment has become a bad thing. And they call it racism. They call it bigotry. They call it homophobia, transphobia. They call it all this stuff when it's basically 99% of the time just good discernment that you're recognizing these people aren't in it for your best interest, and their values, morals, and principles aren't aligned with yours. Good discernment. Move on, right? They go, well, you can't move on. You have to engage these people. You have to listen to them and do what they say and participate with them in their debauchery and in their heathenism. You have to, or we're gonna call you a racist and a bigot. We're just gonna ruin you unless you step in with us into the mud. Get in here, or we're gonna ruin you. We're gonna cancel you. You agree with everything we do and say, or you're done. You don't have choices. And these people go, oh, yeah, you're right. I better just fall in line. I better tell my children that, hey, this is normal. Don't question it. If a transvestite comes to your classroom and wants to do a presentation on the fun of alternative lifestyles, you listen up, son. You listen up to them. Don't listen to me, your daddy. You listen to your teacher. Think about that. We get told that from the time we're a little bit. You listen to the teacher. You do what the teacher says. I want them calling me, telling me you ain't listening to the teacher. Wow, what a bad idea. Think about that. What a bad idea. A lot of these teachers, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Get away from them. I saw this one deal. A transvestite teacher was on there and she saw my first day of school. I had 35 kids, and the next day it was down to 28, and then the next day it was down to 19, and I was like, that's fine. These are the ones that want to learn. And it's like, yeah, those are the ones that want to learn. Okay. The rest of them, the other, was that 16 of them that left. Yeah, they left because they don't want to learn. Yeah, that's what it is. They're anti-learners. Yeah, I love it. Well, what time is it? Yeah, 5:20. I've been 36 minutes. But yeah, guys, look at that Vivek Ramaswamy. That dude he's a natural born American, born and raised here. He's legal, and he's sharp dude, man. He tells them like it is. He says this shit's got to change. It's got to stop now. We can't keep going. There's no reform available for these people. There's no reform for them. They're too entrenched. They're just too used to their lifestyle that they've carved out for themselves in this whole bureaucratic system. I mean, there's tens of thousands of people that have been living off of our tax dollars that contribute nothing at all. Just taking our money week after week and producing nothing. And entrenched in a system that they're automatically moved up the chain just because of time passing. Not on merit, not on accomplishment, not on individual intelligence and abilities. It's just time. You started this job X day, every 5 years, whatever the schedule is. Boom. Boom. You move into a new category. You're a different creature now. And you get into this management class and you're untouchable. You're untouchable. What do they call the electorate class? There's thousands of them that are unfireable, that work in the government, that have been there forever, and they just keep getting money, keep getting paid. And they have input, they have say in a lot of stuff. And it's bad. I think Glenn Beck did a deal on those. I'd never heard of them before because Obama came in. When he came in, he got rid of a lot of them because a lot of them had been there since Reagan. And it was time to reward a new group of bureaucrats. And so he got rid of a whole bunch of them and let new Democratic people have those positions. And I think Trump was trying to do something with that. I don't think he ever got to them. But that's a huge swath of them. They're a huge influence on us. And they're elected. And you can't get rid of them. You can't fire them. But you can shut down that department. Layoffs. Pink slips. And you can basically leave it open-ended and go, yeah, you're laid off without pay, but you're not fired. Well, then we're going to come back to work. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. Don't call us. We'll call you. All right? That's what I do. That's what he says he's going to do. That's crazy. He said he's learning from Trump. He's learning from Trump's mistakes. And he agrees with a lot of Trump's policies and stuff. He's not anti-Trump. He's just, younger, more vibrant, guy. Very conservative, Christian, conservative. Well, he's not Christian. He's Hindu, he said, but, all our values are the same. And this is politics. This isn't, he's not the pastor-in-chief. He's going to be the commander-in-chief, so. But his values, he says, he has 10 things he lays out. Number one is God is real. Family is important, is the most important thing. You got to have family. So look up that guy. Look him up. Check him out. Donate some money to him if you got it. Because he's 38 years old. Yeah. And why don't we have young leadership? It's like forever. It's just been this unspoken rule that, well, you can maybe be a mayor or congressman or something if you're 30s or 40s, but anything bigger than that, even a senator or president, no, it's got to be an older guy in his 60s or 70s. It's got to be. Why? Well, that's all they presented us with. That's why it was the way it was. That's all we got presented. We didn't have choice. If there was a young guy in there, he was just in there for a little bit. Yeah, I'll see you. You're too young, no experience. Well, I can sit back and use common freaking sense on this stuff. Jeez, a lot of it's easy. But that's my rant. Pray for America. Love you all. Good discernment, good vibrations. Take care.